What's going on, everyone? I'm Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics, and in today's video, we're talking about the best comic books to invest in for 2022. Let's go. All right, guys, before we get into today's video, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, all of that. So we're talking about the best comic books to invest in for the year based off of movie and TV spec. Let's go and kick things off with some Spider-Man action. We're talking about Morbius. The movie has been delayed a 7th time. It's finally coming out in April. So we're going to talk about Spider-Man 101, the first appearance of Morbius. Recently, a CGC 6.5 sold for $810, while a 7.5 went all the way up for $12.50. Definitely a book to invest in, because, we're hearing some rumors, possibly some other Spider-Man characters might be in the movie. And, you never know if there might be a crossover down the road. So it's definitely a book to invest in. Again, Morbius, Spider-Man number 101. Next books on our list, we're going to talk about some DC books here. We're talking about the Batman. We have Batman number 171, which is the first Silver Age appearance of the Riddler. A CGC 3.5 recently sold for $620. Well, a 6.5 recently sold for $1,530. So there's definitely a lot of room in between that. Almost $1,000 between a 3.5 and a 6.5. But that 3.5 is still attainable for, I guess, most people. We'll see. Another character that's going to be in the movie outside of the Riddler is the Penguin, played by Colin Farrell. A Batman 155 CGC 6.5 sold for $1,565. But you can get some raw copies that are going for around $200 to $500 depending on the grade. So again, we have Batman 171 and Batman 155 with some spec talking about the Batman movie. Let's go and kick back to Marvel here. We're going to talk about the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness movie. We have Vengeance number 1, the first appearance of America Chavez, who's going to be in the Doctor Strange 2 movie. A CGC 9.6 recently sold for $640. Definitely a book to invest in. And I heard there's going to be some other characters from different Marvel movies of the past being in the movie. I don't know, but I do know that America Chavez will be in the movie. So it's definitely a book to invest in and to speculate on. Next up, we're going to go with some more Marvel action. We're talking about Thor number 4. We do know that Christian Bale is going to be in the movie playing Thor the God Butcher. And Thor God of Thunder number 2 is his first appearance. CGC 9.8s are going for $500. And I only expect that to go up after the movie comes out. So definitely invest in Thor God of Thunder number 2, the first appearance of Thor the God Butcher. Next up, we're talking about some more DC books. We're going to talk about Black Adam. The movie comes out. The little mini trailer for it looks absolutely amazing. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he's going to kill this role. He's going to absolutely kill it. Shazam number 28 is his second appearance, and that book is going crazy right now. If you have a raw copy, I definitely suggest sending it over to CGC. Recently, an 8.0 sold for $650. Shout out Mike V, my good friend, for telling me about this book several months ago. Should have got it then. I definitely think everyone should be getting it now. Again, it is Shazam number 28, the second appearance of Black Adam. Definitely invest in that book before the movie comes out. Next book up we're going to talk about is Into the Spider-Verse number 2. The movie trailer looks amazing. I'm super excited about it. We get some Spider-Man 2099, which his first preview appearance is in Spider-Man 365. That is the book that's going up the most right now. A CGC 9.8 of that book is going for $400. Definitely a book to invest in. I think Miguel only has room to grow, especially if he ever comes to the MCU, which if you've seen Spider-Man No Way Home, you just never know. They could bring in any single Spider-Man to the MCU. It'll probably happen at some point. Definitely a book to invest in. Again, Spider-Man 365. Okay, next up we're going to talk about is The Flash. The trailer for the Flash movie looks insane. I'm super excited about it. They're doing some Flashpoint stuff here. We're getting the first appearance of Supergirl on the big screen. And we get her first appearance in Action Comics number 252. We also get the first appearance of Metallo in that book as well. A CGC 5.0 sold for $3,200. And there's been some rumors and speculation that she's going to take over as the main Superman, or Supergirl, I should say, in the DCEU. They're going to axe our good friend Henry Cavill as Superman, possibly. There's rumors about it. I don't know. But if you want to speculate on any DC book, I definitely suggest speculating on Action Comics 232. The book only has room to grow. And another character that's going to be rumored to take over the mantle is Batgirl, who could possibly take over the mantle as Batman or Batgirl in the DCEU as well. We get the first appearance of Barbara Gordon, Batgirl in Detective Comics number 359. A 7.5 recently sold for $3,000, but if you're looking for like a mid-grade copy, a 5 or 5.5, a 5.5 in a CGC recently sold for $1,450. I just got me a copy. It's right there. I got me one a couple months ago. I speculated on that book. I hope and I think that all DC keys and Batman keys and in general Batgirl as well will definitely go up over the next couple years, especially if that rumor is true. So definitely speculate on, again, Action Comics 252, first appearance of Supergirl and Metallo, and Detective Comics 359, the first appearance of Barbara Gordon, Batgirl. We're going to stick with some more DC love here with Aquaman number 2. The movie, the first movie was exceptional. Absolutely great. Jason Momoa kills that role, and I'm excited about the second movie coming out this year. We know that Black Manta is going to be in the movie again. He was in the first movie. That book is still super attainable. We're talking about Aquaman number 35, a CGC 5.0 mid-grade copy, recently sold for only $400. Definitely a book to invest in. And, you know, there were some rumors that possibly they were going to do a Black Manta movie. I don't know if it's still going to happen, but it could happen. And it's definitely an awesome, awesome Aquaman villain to invest in. So again, it's Aquaman number 35, the first appearance of Black Manta. Okay, next up, we're going to talk about some Star Wars books here. Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett show. The first episode just came out. There's some mixed reviews with that. I haven't seen it myself, but anything on Disney Plus, anything Star Wars has been really, really good. So I'm excited about this series. Star Wars 42, first appearance of Boba Fett. Definitely a book to invest in. CGC 9.8 is going for $3,700. 9.6s, $1,100. If you can't afford any of those books, they're pretty expensive. Let's be honest. 7.5 recently sold for only $335. I honestly think some of these books are only going to keep going up, especially those, you know, those VF copies, mid-grade copies. When you can't afford those 9.8s, 9.6s, 9.4s, whatever, next best thing is get a VF copy or mid-grade copy. And a $335 for 7.5, that's really not that bad, guys. Definitely a book to invest in again here. Star Wars 42, the first appearance of Boba Fett. Second with some Star Wars books, we're going to talk about the Obi-Wan Kenobi and Star Wars Bad Batch Season 2 coming out this year. We get Star Wars number 1, which is obviously the first book in the whole run, the New Hope, all of that stuff. It's CGC 9.8, multiple copies, selling at $7,000. Whatever grade you have, if you have one, send it to CGC. If you see one at a good price, buy it. I remember passing up a Star Wars number 1, 8.0 to 8.5 for like $100 a year or two ago. I really wish I would have bought that book right now because that book is going crazy. Definitely a book to invest in before the Obi-Wan Kenobi and Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 2 comes out. Let's go ahead and start talking about some more Disney Plus stuff here with Moon Knight. Moon Knight could possibly be coming out here in February. My guy, Mark Spector Comics, Dave, big Moon Knight fan. I know he already has Werewolf by Night 32 and Moon Knight number 1, but Moon Knight number 1 is probably the best book to get if you cannot get the first appearance of Moon Knight, because obviously those books are going crazy right now. So if you want to get his first series, direct edition 9.8s are selling for $820, while the newsstand edition 9.8s are selling for around $1,000 to $1,200. Definitely a book to invest in. If you ever see one, it's a raw copy, send it to CGC, or buy it, I should say, and then send it off to CGC. Moon Knight number 1, that book is kind of like AF-15 and ASM-1 Lights, where like obviously the first appearance is going crazy. The next best thing you can get is his first series book, issue number 1. Let's talk about some more Disney Plus stuff here. We're going to talk about She-Hulk. We get a first appearance in the Savage She-Hulk #1. 9.8s have steadily been going for around $1,000. Direct editions right now are going for $1,200, and newsstands are going for $1,800. The series hasn't even come out yet, and we have some rumors that Mark Ruffalo could possibly be in the series. And you know, if they're going to have him in Disney Plus show, probably going to be coming to the big screen as well. Definitely booked to invest in again. Savage She-Hulk #1, the first appearance, obviously, of She-Hulk. Talk about some more Marvel Disney Plus stuff. We got Miss Marvel, the first appearance here, and Captain Marvel #14, the first appearance of Kamala Khan. We got some set pictures. We know it's coming out this year. CGC 9.8s are going for around $700. Young actress, young character. They could possibly be building toward a Young Avengers. We already got, Kate Bishop in the Hawkeye series. They're definitely building for the future in the MCU. Definitely booked to invest in. Again, it is Captain Marvel 14, the first appearance of Kamala Khan. Next up, we have some DC shows. We don't have any villains yet, or we don't know of any villains yet for the Titans, Season 4 or Season 2 of Superman and Lois, or the new Young Justice series as well. Keep an eye on any news for that and some speculation on those as well. We do know that the Naomi TV show is going to be coming. 9.8 editions of Naomi #1, the first appearance, obviously, of Naomi, have gone down. Right now, they're going for only $190. And if the TV show does well, that book is only going to go up. Could double, triple. You never know. Definitely a book to invest in. Again, it is Naomi #1. Invincible, Season 1 is spectacular. Amazing. And we know that Season 2 is coming right around the corner. We don't have any villain news or anything about that yet, but obviously Invincible #1, the first appearance of him, is probably the best book to get. 9.8s are steadily going for around $3,000. And there's probably a lull on that right now because there's no information on the next series, no speculation on it. And you want to jump in on that book before any news happens, before that book starts to pop off, going for $4,000 or $5,000. So again, here, Invincible #1, 9.8s are going for around $3,000. The Boys is coming back, hopefully this year here. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's coming back this year on Amazon. We don't have that much news about this season, but obviously the best book to get is The Boys #1. CGC 9.8s are going for around $500. And the last book up I want to talk about is Peacemaker. The series is coming out, and if you've seen Suicide Squad #2, he was exceptional in the movie. Really, really funny. The trailer looks amazing. We got his first appearance in Fighting 5, issue #40. CGC 3.5s are only going for around $300. I mean, that is super, super low when you consider when the book was printed and the character getting its own TV show. Definitely a book to invest in. If he keeps doing well, I could see him going to some other DC projects, other movies, TV shows, all of that. So again, my name is Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of my list today. Are you investing in any of these books? All of that and more. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, go Cats, Cowabunga, and it's Morphin time.
Today's video is brought to you by comicbook_pressing on Instagram. Protect your comic book investment for as little as $12 by using Eric from comicbook_pressing on Instagram. He can press any grade or tier of book, and make sure you use my promo code BURK54 to get free shipping back to you on your first order. Again, today's video is brought to you by comicbook_pressing on Instagram.